What's up, guys? This is Rise, and welcome to a special video where we have a submission from a legendary trainer. One time, just a small little fan of Rise, now an absolute superstar in the community, official play Pokemon caster, legendary battler, oftentimes a top of the GBL leaderboarder, queen of the Tove Town, best battler in the Bay Area. That's right. We have some battles from the one and only SophToph in rank 17, running one of my favorite Pokemon, Greedent, one of the most adorable Pokemon in the game. I don't care what the comments say, bro. I had a comment last video say, Rise, I don't think Greedent is that cute. Well, you need to get your eyes checked, because this thing is flat out adorable. And we have Shadow Dragonair with a bulk point. Soph is like that. Soph is her. She has a bulk point Shadow Dragonair that is going to take one less damage from these licks of the Lickitung and going to fire off the Body Slam, winning all even shield scenarios. Shadow Dragonair fires off the Body Slam, grabs that shield. It's a charge attack priority. Soph going to elect to let it go. She's not your traditional Shadow Dragonair lead player. She doesn't just force switch to win game. She's going to take the shield advantage, and this is where Greedent goes off. Body Slam spam. As we see a Sirfetch'd coming. This is a bit of a core breaker, but the bulk of Lantern might help out here. Sirfetch'd going to fire off the Leaf Blade. It's shielded by SophToph. And then we see the opposing Lantern swap in. But this Lantern from Soph's side has a hefty spark advantage. This energy advantage is going to be pivotal as it builds up towards another Thunderbolt. Lantern versus Lantern. Which Lantern will prevail? Who has more heart? Soph electing to shield the Thunderbolt. So now has all this energy, eventually going to fire the Thunderbolt of her own. Notice how much she overfarmed there. So we'll have energy residual for this Sirfetch'd. And you know, Sirfetch'd looks like it's going to be able to take out the Lantern. But here's the thing. Sirfetch'd is a very frail Pokemon. A Body Slam may be almost enough to knock out this Sirfetch'd. I think it should hang on, but not by much. Leaf Blade connects. Greedent's a bulky boy. He can take it. He's all smiles. He feels like he's in a good position. Doesn't knock out, but knocks out with the mud shots. And a great game to start things off. Soph was playing down these battles. She's like, yeah, I went on a 9-1 run with this team. Spoiler alert, but it's the battles were okay. Soph versus Math Magic. A celebrity matchup. And oh man, Timmy running Wigglytuff. We are rooting against Timmy here. We are rooting against the Wigglytuff. Soph's in the Basti. But here's the thing, Mudshot Greedent now. I mean, after these Trailblazers, these Mudshots are going to start adding up over time. And Greedent is just so spammy, man. This is kind of funny. Boosted Mudshots against the Bastiodon, double super effective damage slowly adding up. Or should I say quickly adding up? I mean, this Basti's already below 50%. Going to respect the move. Timmy throwing Flamethrower for some reason. Maybe he wanted like extra farm if it connected. Going for the Trailblaze once again is Soph. Grabs a shield from the Basti. Oh man. I think Greedent's going to flip this. I think Mr. Greedent is going to flip it. He knows it too. He's always looking happy. The bushy tail squirrel flips the Bastiodon matchup. And here's the thing. Is it Victory Bell and back? If it's Victory Bell and back, you just win. Timmy, don't say it's Victory Bell. Timmy, the comments are going to eat you if it's a Victory Bell. Oh, Timmy. How did Rise know? Is he a psychic type? No, he just, unfortunately, plays the Go Battle League and sees this team from time to time. Shadow Dragonair, Body Slam, grabs the final shield. I think you just shield this. If you're Soph, you Dragon Breath down, and it should be pretty straightforward from there. Dragonair might even... I don't think it's going to reach the Body Slam here. Maybe? No. And, yeah, Lant Money, as I like to call him, the Anglerfish, getting to a Surf here. Surf's up, dude. Knocks out Wigglytuff. Looking cute with the bow, but that's the only thing cute about that team. Bastiodon, Victory Bell, not cute. Greedent, extremely cute. Extremely cute. Let me know in the comments. Do you agree with me that Greedent is extremely cute? I think it's the cutest Pokemon. I know that's a hot take. But I just say my mind, sometimes. And Shadow Dragonair versus Shadow Whiscash. These Dragon Breaths are really going to chunk away at Whiscash, as you see. And going to fire off a Body Slam before that Whiscash can get off the second Mud Bomb. You don't want to go down 2 shields. And man, a Shadow Mud Bomb here will do considerable damage. I don't think it would quite knock out, but it'd be close. It'd put you into the red. Soph electing to shield and going to fire off the second Body Slam here. Will Whiscash reach a third Body Slam? Or sorry, a third Mud Bomb if it shields? No, it doesn't. So perhaps a wasted shield by the Whiscash user. They expected to get there. They did not. And uh-oh. This is not a good spot for the opponent. Charger Bug's about to eat a Body Slam. This Dragonair putting in a ton of work. Body Slam connects onto the bug, and we see a catch onto Lantern. Soph showing no mercy. Lantern absorbs the X-Scissor. In comes a Gligar, and this is a very good position. Of course, Gligar can hit Lantern for the super effective Dig, but a Surf does a lot of damage. Dig should knock out the Lantern from this range, but you still have a fully healthy Greedent who is ready to go, ready for some playing time. Honestly, could come in with either, and a Body Slam should be able to knock out here. We may even see Soph overfarm. Honestly, I think whatever she does here, she's cooking, because the Dragonair still has enough health where you can't really Volt Switch it down if you're the Charger Bug. So as long as you get rid of this Gligar, and you're only 1 away from the Body Slam, just a beautiful showcase of energy management. You see that little animation from Greedent? Tell me that's not adorable. Okay, I'll stop. That's probably getting a little bit old by now. It's like 20% of the video so far is just me talking about how cute Greedent is. Anyway, next battle. So finding another opponent here who dares to challenge the mighty SophToph. Shadow Dragonair, Greedent, Lantern, a cool little team. Soph was saying how, like with Lickitung or Vigoroth around Dragonair and Lantern, it's a pretty common core. She's running it with Greedent instead. And in a really convincing position already here. Lantern lined up against the Azumarill. Azu going to fire off a Play Rough. Does a little bit less than half. Well, I'd say quite a bit less than half. Maybe like 30% or so. Thunderbolt coming through. Connects onto Azu. And not even going to reach a second Play Rough here. Has lots of energy to threaten this Clodsire. Surf already getting off. Does some considerable damage, firing off another Surf. This poor little Clodsire is about to take a lot of damage before it can even get rid. And going to pivot into the green. And there's a Shadow Gardevoir in back. Oh man, this is not where Gardevoir wants to be. Of course, it's a neutral matchup in terms of the typings. But the fact that Green is just so fast to these Body Slams. And notice how Soph throwing on proper timing. If she's watching, she'll probably laugh when I say that. But it's pivotal throw on proper timing in a matchup like this. You don't want an extra charm to sneak through and not reach that third Body Slam. Triple Axle connects, and now just going to fire it off right away since that Triple Axle would boost the charm damage. Makes sense. Doesn't quite knock out. And now Lantern is going to spark down, and Dragonair basically gets to take the game off. I mean, Dragonair, all it did was swap into Lantern. So, little load management for Shadow Dragonair. Get some nice rest that game. And we'll be sharp and ready to go for the next battle. That is how it works. You rest a Pokemon, they perform even better in the next match. That's just a joke. Don't quote me on that. Here we go. Next opponent, Dragonair into Alolan Sand/Tough lead. Soph going to do a Dragon Breath and then pivot into Greedent. Kind of cheeky. And uh-oh, do they know? Do they know about the Trailblaze? Okay, they know. They understand what's up. But I would assume Greedent just flips this, like, just straight Trailblaze. I would think. Okay. Good game. Hopefully Soph messaged that person. Great game after that game. I'm sure the opponent would have loved that. And next battle, here we go. Evo Barrera. 23. Dragonair into Vigoroth. Okay, this seems like it's a themed cup we're in, but no. This is the Open Great League. Don't be fooled. This is no Vigoroth Cup as Shadow Dragonair is going to put up a shield. And we see a save swap into Cresselia. It doesn't really have an obvious answer to the Cresselia, so I wonder if Soph's gonna expend both body slams here and then maybe go Greedent. No, gonna expend one body slam and go Greedent. You don't have to Crunch here. Crunch wouldn't quite knock out, but it might put Cress into farm down range, so Soph probably gonna just go for the double body slam, it looks like. I wonder if she goes for the cheeky double CMP. Probably not, because she'd rather overfarm. And Cresselia going to fire off another move here. Greedent, a bulky boy. He can take it. Soph with the overfarm wants to have energy for that Vigoroth. Notice throwing at the maximum energy generation. Charge attack priority. Greedent knocks. Oh, they actually caught. I didn't even see that. Has the back-to-back body slam, though. So Greedent going to be able to really chip away at this Vigoroth. And then the swap into Dragonair and the combo play. Set it to Wombo. With the combo, body slam knocks out the Vigoroth. Does Cress come back in? It does. It does get to a move, but Soph gonna shield it up. She's like, I don't know what's in the back per se, or maybe she does, because she's extremely smart. And there is a Sableye back there, so I think in a pretty convincing spot. Aqua Tail may grab the final shield, and if it doesn't, honestly, Sparks. Yeah, so grabs the final shield, and now... Oh, no way. This Dragonair is OP. Gets to another charge move. Aqua Tail puts Sableye extremely low. Sableye would need at least 2 charge moves here to knock out the Lantern. Probably would need like return plus foul play. And it doesn't have that much energy. So that is a G to the G. Collecting wins left and right. Next battle, here we go. SophToph climbing through the ranks. Rank 18. Some of you guys might be getting your starting ELO soon. Indigo Battle League. Let me know in the comments if anyone already has their starting ELO. That'd be super impressive. I still don't have mine. I think I will probably get it today. And here we go. Tough lead. So I was actually wondering what she does against Skarmory. It looks like she's just willing to stay in. Oh, you know what? This is where the Aqua Tail buff actually is really helpful. Nice catch by the opponent. But this is okay, because if you maintain alignment, you can align your Lantern with that Skarmory later, which could be really nice. Gonna come in Greedent here. This is a little uncomfortable, though, because Cress with this much head start, like, is Greedent gonna comfortably be able to keep alignment here? I'm not sure. Oh, they shield. Expecting Crunch, I guess. But yeah, what I was saying was the Aqua Tail buff allows the Dragonair, I believe, to win the 1-0 shield scenario. Before, a good Skarmory could live 2 Aqua Tails and still reach that second Sky attack. So that's actually one significant improvement for Dragonair from that Aqua Tail buff. Greedent fires off Body Slam. Unfortunately, this next Body Slam doesn't look like it's going to be quite enough to knock out Greedent. Can it get the Mud Shot down? Oh, the opponent locks in their Skarm. And I think we're going to see a full Spark down from Soph's Lantern. Full Spark down. Skarmory is just free farm right now for this Lantern. Gets off the Brave Bird. Going to get off another move, so we'll be able to chip this Lantern considerably. But we know the Cress doesn't have much health. It does get off a move. Soph doesn't want this energy to go to waste, so she's going to invest in a Protect Shield. Grass Knot does grab that final Protect Shield, and there is a Gligar in back, but Soph has the double Surf. She made the right call that the energy was a lot more valuable than the health of this Lantern, as these wing attacks are resisted, not doing much at all. Swaps into Dragonair, still has the Aqua Tail banked. I think double Aqua Tail banked, and that is going to knock out the Gligar for a good game. Very impressive stuff as per usual. Soph, by the way, won a tournament. I can't remember off the top of my head the organization that sponsored it, but she won a tournament facing off against some top-tier elite battlers not that long ago. So, Soph is the real deal. Those that know the power of Miss Toph, and we're going to see Lantern counter swap against the Dugong. This is a good matchup for Lantern, but of course Dugong has that drill run coverage, which can fight back against Lantern here. Going Gonna shield it up the drill run. Gonna go for the Thunder Bolts. Knocks out the Dugong. And Lantern's still so healthy. So healthy here. Annihilape's going to have a tough time getting rid of this Lantern. Surf coming through should knock out if it connects, so Annihilape will probably be forced to shield. And Annihilape has a lot of energy, right? So we'll likely see a Shadow Ball fired off here, which should just about knock out. Or oh, wow, close combat. Clever play by the opponent. They're running close combat, and then they sniped with the Basti. So this is a little bit awkward now for Soph. We saw Greedent do really well against Basti earlier on, but I think it might have had a shield advantage. I forget. Or maybe it just had a big energy head start. So this is a little bit more awkward now. Eats the Stone Edge. The Mud Shot's adding up, but Trailblaze, just not the strongest move. It does buff your attack, which is very nice and useful, but the move itself doesn't hit very hard. Soph getting off another Trailblaze here. Do we see a pivot or no? I don't think so. You probably just stay in, right? You probably just stay in. Opponent combo plays, but I think the Dragon Breath from Dragonair might be able to close out this game. Let's see. Dragonair going to farm down. The Annihilape has the double Aqua Tail. There's no way she body slam BMs. She wouldn't do that. She wouldn't do that. She's respectful. Also, body slam probably wouldn't quite knock out, but I think it would put it low enough where the Dragon Breath would probably knock out after. And a respectful Aqua Tail knockout from SophToph. She's thinking of the casters. I think we got a couple more battles in this video. Battle starting. Who's up next? Dratini Farm 23. Dragonair into Magnezone. I consider this favorable for Dragonair because you resist the electric damage, and these Dragon Breaths just add up so much despite being resisted. You do kind of have to respect the Wild Charge still, so maybe it's not the most favorable matchup. A nice Mirror Shot bait from the opponent. They get the shield advantage and they swap. I notice Shadow Magnezone users like to do this. They get the shield advantage and then they just counter swap. And Soph able to get a shield back, swaps into Lantern. I don't anticipate she shields this because I feel like you don't necessarily need switch because both Greedent and Dragonair have play against that Magnezone. Also was able to call the bait in the process, so that's really nice. Annihilape should reach the Shadow Ball here. And Soph just willing to let it go. As you see, just willing to let it go. Going to farm down with the Dragonair, I presume. And now we wonder, does the Magnezone come back? Farms down with the Dragonair, takes one counter in the process. It's not the Magnezone, it's a Hakamo'o. And Hakamo'o, this is a little bit scary because it should be able to Brick Break the Greedent here. But Soph actually gets to the Body Slam before the Brick Break. Gets to the Body Slam before the Brick Break, forces the shield. And now the opponent's going to be shieldless. Not going to shield a Brick Break, although super effective. Understands that the Wild Charge would hit way harder. And now Soph can simply shield this move. Can probably do 3 Mud Shots and then win the game. Absolutely phenomenal play. Greedent has back-to-back charge moves. Just going to throw this Body Slam immediately at the Hakamo'o. Will it knock out? Yes, it will. And that is another victory on the table for Miss Soph. One more battle to end the video. I think that's 9 wins in a row. Can Soph put together against Mr. Kem Coop, a terrific battler in his own right? Can she put together the back-to-back 5-0 sets for the 10-0 run? Here we go. Shadow Dragonair into the Whiscash. Mud Bomb firing away. Does just about half health to that Shadow Dragonair. Body Slam firing. This is the preferred move. A little bit stronger than Aqua Tail when they are the same in terms of type bonus, if it's same type attack bonus or not. Mud Bomb grabs the first shield from Soph. She's gonna take switch advantage. In comes Skarmory, and she is perfectly willing to allow Skarmory this farm down because you know what she has in back that wants to see Skarmory very much. What loves to see Skarmory is the Lantern. Immediate pivot, and this is a little bit worrisome This is a little bit worrisome because Gligar is up a shield and has a little bit of a head start. Soph was extremely fast to react on that swap, very quick, but Gligar had a 1-wing attack head start and is up a shield. This could be a little bit worrisome. Another body slam firing off from Greedent, gonna grab the shield. I like that play from Chemcoop because if you allow another body slam to connect, Sparks could eventually threaten the Gligar. Goes for the dig and it knocks out the Greedent. Now all of a sudden, I think Soph is in a tough spot. Does she invest the final shield? She does. And it is the dig, so a great use of the shield, but can she get rid of the Gligar before another dig? Notice waiting a turn, not allowing the catch onto the Scarm. We're going to see the final shield come up, and uh-oh, this looks to be the dig from Chemcoop. Super effective damage, putting the Lantern quite low, and look at the patience from Soph. Overfarms, but loses the charge attack priority, or there might have been a 1-turn difference there. I think it might have been a 1-turn difference there that allowed Skarmory to get that move off first. So Soph with the extreme patience of waiting a turn to avoid the catch, but also in the process, Skarmory gets to the move just a turn before, and I think needed to have that much farm in order to have enough energy to get the Surf off against Gligar, who would usually win that charge attack priority. Anyway, phenomenal battles as expected from Soph, one of my good friends and favorite people in the community. If you're still here, I appreciate you. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Comment down below. All comments are appreciated. And that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.